The rest of the site will be developed as a residential, you know, with some luxury flats, but also, very importantly, and this is a big victory, with the establishment of the first community land trust in London. You know, housing will be built that's affordable. People can buy that is affordable, and it's held in trust by the community land trust. It's a wonderful thing that was actually originated with the civil rights movement in America, and it's actually, I think there's a couple in Cornwall, but this is the first one in London. And Boris has promised that, and you can take him up on this if you bump into him in life, he's promised the second one in the Olympic Park, which would be a wonderful thing, because they're a great thing. And they stop local families being forced out of areas by the success of an area, you know. So that's, I'm very proud. I live around the corner, and this is an extraordinary place with a very, very dark history and a very good history of psychiatric treatment until 2005, actually, when it was closed. A couple of things. I just wanted to recommend to you, so enthusiastically, a day tomorrow. We're having two kind of festival days. One's right at the end, where we have a crazy day of cinema showing lots of movies. But the one tomorrow is called Day of the Mind, which is a kind of festival day suitable for the whole family. And it's there'll be so much to see in all the grounds everywhere around, and it culminates in Ruby Wax doing her performance of her show, and also an amazing film, of course, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, will be completing the evening out here. So I just wanted to recommend that. It's well worth a visit if you please come along to that. One of the things that I did was I was involved in the Olympics opening ceremony, and one of the things that happened after it is that people tried to grab it, you know, politicians especially, but also newspapers. Everybody was trying to kind of own it and kind of grab a bit of it, you know, in the way that they do, understandably. And I always thought it was very, very difficult to do that without outside, you know, because I wanted it to be concrete, not just something. And this is it. This is concrete. It's about a mile from the stadium. It's only a small version of that kind of spirit, but that kind of same spirit of the community and the volunteers making something, making an impression on life is part of it. And so I'm very, very proud to support this. One of the things that we had in the show was a series of films which we regarded as being the DNA of the country. It didn't matter whether you came from here or whether you just lived here, they are the DNA of the country, and we showed, like, there were bits of Cares and, you know, Matter of Life and Death and stuff like that. And it's my belief, absolute belief, that this stuff runs in our DNA, whether you've seen it or not. It doesn't really matter, it is your DNA, it will find you one day. This film, of course, is, as I think probably most of you know, is part of that DNA. Can I just ask how many have seen it before? Yeah. This is the easiest film to programme in a film festival. It's the absolute certainty when you know people are going to turn up. Fantastic film. We showed Longer Friday last night, and only a few hands went up for that, so that was nice. So I wanted to welcome you to Withnail I, and thank you once again for your support. And please come again tomorrow, if you would, for Day of the Mind. Turn up at some point. It's meant to be a lovely day. Thank you very much indeed. See you now.